Well, hello there, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to another fantastic episode of Let's Play Pokemon Soul Silver. This is episode number 20 here, and today we are going to be going and taking down Team Rocket once again. We have already done this before. I don't imagine they're going to pose much of a threat to us this time around either. It's usually pretty straightforward with Team Rocket. But in the last episode, Lance told us to meet him up here because he said something didn't make sense inside of this building. So let's go and meet our good friend Lance. There he is. Just causing some shit to go down. Oh my god. Dragonite just attacked that human being. That's typically not what we see in the Pokemon world, but let's fucking roll with it. There we go. We get to uncover this little bit. It's like, let's go. The stairs are right here. And I do apologize. If this video doesn't come out at 7 a.m. on Tuesday, just know it's extremely stormy where I live right now. So there's a good chance the power may go out while I'm doing this video. I don't want it to go out. If it does go out, I've already promised a few friends that I'm going to take my shirt off and 1v1 against the weather. So look forward to that video coming out. Average Joe versus the weather. I'll bring Zapperman with me, of course. But yeah, this is... So anytime we run into any of those statues where the eyes blink red, we'll be challenged with 2 opponents that we have to go up against. Neither of them are all that challenging. But I did want to display that here. Just sort of what that looks like. There is going to be a lot of, like, jump cuts in this episode. I do apologize for that, but I really wanted to keep things on track like I've been doing with the Kingdom Hearts series. You know, it's just sort of where we are in these games. I want to keep things as straightforward as humanly possible. And there is going to be a lot of grinding between this series and the Kingdom Hearts series within the end of this week approaching here, so there's a lot of interesting stuff, but I think next week is going to be a bit of a slower week with just a lot of grinding and things of that nature, but you know, still feel free to check out everything. I understand if there's less views and things like that. It comes with that, but just for this week, know that things will be pretty exciting, and I think even going into next week, as far as Pokemon goes, things will remain exciting, but I do think there will be some grindy natures to what actually happens in the Kingdom Hearts series. So if you've been following that one along with this one, just know next week there may be some grindiness involved. I apologize for it ahead of time, but sometimes it's tough to avoid when you're doing a lot of videos. Here we go. Let's take on Grimer. And a loud-ass car goes by. That one wasn't as loud as our typical loud-ass car, but like I said, it is storming outside, so I'll take it where I can get it. A loud-ass car. Wouldn't be incomplete. It would not be a complete Average Joe episode without a loud-ass car, so we gotta have it. There we go. We take down Grimer. And right now, I'm continuously dumping EXP points into Shadow. I do think that is going to stop here in a little bit, because I do think there's a lot going on in this episode. I'm going to say that from the get-go, but it's a good one to watch if you wanted to see some team growth there. But I also do cut out like a lot of like the spare battles that we go and we do in between. There is definitely some leveling stuff that you're not going to see, but yeah, you can see. Here we go. We actually cut to a battle where some stuff happens. And that's what like a lot of this episode is really like centralized, is like, let's show like the big stuff happening in the Team Rocket hangout. So here's a Magnemite. I'm going to start out with Zapperman. Strength should be able, like 2 hits of strength should take him down. Not really worried about that. I want my team to be really even right now. And I feel like because Shadow has held the EXP share for so long, our team has become really uneven, which kind of has its advantages and then doesn't. You can see I have a Voltorb down there because I caught one when I was training down here. But I'm gonna switch into VW Bug. He's gonna do a much better job. The fighting against the Steel type fighting is gonna win every single day of the week. So let's hurt herself on confusion, because that's always great. And now let's get paralysis. That makes me feel like an all-star right there. I'm just hoping we can attack here. That would be good. Snapped out of confusion, hit with a rock smash, that's perfect. Honestly, with how high level we are compared to our opponents, we should be able to hit with a rock smash consistently here. We're going to be hitting second because of our paralysis likely, but I don't think it's going to make that much of a big deal. VW Bug, he's kind of fast and he has the quick claw attached to him, so sometimes he hits first, but typically he hits second anyways. You know, he is really a Pokemon that's built to last. I love that about him. That's why we consistently have had him on the team. And there we go, Shadow leveled up to 34. And here's another Magnemite. So nothing too serious. He's probably going to hit us with something, and then we're going to be able to hit him and probably end this fight. So that should be a pretty good victory for us. Man, I really try to keep it down to the major stuff, but I guess this one just slipped through the cracks. I'm paralyzed. Oh no. Let's try. Thundershock. Oh man. VW Bug hangs on. Good job, VW Bug. And of course, folks, I said I let this one slip by. Do you really think I'm that foolish? How drunk of a man do you think I am? How many soda pops do you think I had? Here we go. Shadow is evolving. It's the nighttime, and we let him evolve naturally, which means he is going to evolve into Umbreon, the dark-type version of Eevee, which is why we named him Shadow to begin with. Which is good. The dark-type attacks, they're not going to be huge damage dealers, but Umbreon is going to be able to take a lot of hits in fights and things like that, so that's really why we kept things the way that we did. And now we are jumping to like the bottom of this section. We're gonna come out here. We talked to Lance again. Lance is gonna give us a little bit more detail about what the fuck he's doing. Thanks, Lance. There goes Lance. All right, see you later, bud. Let's jump through some more of these battles. There's just so many down here, and let's talk to Lance again. Once again, he's just telling us, like, we gotta do more work, pretty much is what he's saying. And it's like, alright, okay, cool, I understand. Let's continue to do more work, Lance. Let's clean up town. Let's clean up shop. Really doesn't feel like we need to spend this much time talking, Lance, but that's cool. Glad I get to fight with you, good sir. You know, it's the standard. You know, it's all part of it. Just continue to do what we need to do. Here we go, we got a challenger. What has he got? He's got one Pokemon, so it better be good. It's Eradicate. Okay, that's actually pretty solid. Not gonna be... Hyper Fang's actually gonna do a good amount of damage. I always forget about Eradicate, man. Eradicate always... It always gives me a run for my money. Not in terms of it actually being challenging, but it presents more of a threat than I always think it is going to. It's always fun to run into one. There we go. We defeated that grunt. I'm going over this area because he gives us a password here if we talk to him. And then one of the other people down here will give us a password. And I'm kind of bouncing my foot right now. I know you can't see it, but I got a huge blister on the bottom of my foot today, for those who care. I ran a 8-mile run. And I guess that's what it takes to get myself a good blister. I get them all the time from running, but that was just sort of interesting to see. I don't know. I don't even know what the fuck I'm talking about. Here we go. Let's go against Ditto. There we go. We defeated the Ditto and all of his team. Kind of hoping for the second key there, but we didn't get it. Let's give our Pokemon some abilities here, or some antidotes and things like that, so that way we can continue fighting. Because that's the biggest thing. Get everybody fighting. Like I said, I want to get everybody up to like a good level too. That's really important to myself. Getting everybody at an adequate level. Now that Shadow is leveled up, I believe I give the EXP share to Gator. I'm going to go attack this person. It just strikes me as where the second key would be, which is actually correct for once in my life. This is where the actual second key is, so that's good. That cuts out a good amount of voiceover and stuff like that I would have to do, being as I just guessed it right out the gate and was able to just, you know, go down the right path for whatever reason tonight, I guess. I don't know. A Gloom is coming out. I'm going to switch. I'm going to go into Tomahawk, I believe, here. Because Tomahawk with Fly should be able to one-hit Gloom. As long as Gloom doesn't outspeed and we don't miss with the Fly, this should be a really straightforward match. So there we go. We Fly. We outspeed. Perfect. I missed. And it uses Sleep Powder. Oh. Are you fucking kidding me? What were the actual... Anybody who loves this game and runs stats and things like that, tell me what the actual statistical output of that happening was. Because it has to be low. I think Fly is like a 95% move. I don't know what Sleep is accuracy-wise. It's so stupid that I would miss and it would hit Sleep. I mean, we got rid of him anyways. It's not a big deal. But that felt incredibly dumb and so easily avoidable. But here we go. I have the 2 passwords. The rival comes. He talks some mad shit. YouTube, I hear you, YouTube. Say, Average Joe, we don't want you to have enough subscribers so that way you can monetize your channel properly. I get it, YouTube. Oh, okay, you're gonna fuck off? Alright. Cool. Got the Ultra Ball there. Let's use our passwords. Let's see who we're taking on. Who's the leader? It's obviously Giovanni, right? He's always the leader. I am Average Joe. He's Giovanni. You don't really look like him. You don't sound like Giovanni? I don't look like Giovanni? Okay, yeah, so it's people impersonating Giovanni, which honestly is a cool callback to the first game, but does it introduce anything special? Kinda not, but still, like I said, it's cool. I really appreciate it for what it is, because at the time this game came out, not the specific version, but the original Gold, Silver, and Crystal, this was supposed to be the definitive end for the series. So it is cool that, like, they're playing upon the Giovanni role. They're playing upon, like, continuing on from the first game. You know, it's cool that, like, the storyline bleeds in, because moving forward from this, Pokemon never did that. And it kind of stinks that they never did that, but it is what it is. We continue to live another day. What else can I fucking say? Let's go up and Fly against this Ghastly. Obviously, this Giovanni Interpreter is not a good opponent. You know, I think he's middle of the line, is what I would give him at best. Now Eradicate's coming out. Let's get in VW Bug with his fighting type moves. He'll use his Kung Fu grip to slap the bitch's tit. Okay, here he comes. He's going to deal with it. Come on, VW Bug, take him out. Let's get a one hit here. There we go. That's what we'd like to see, VW Bug. There we go. We have defeated this guy, and he's like, you can't get in regardless because it uses my voice setting for the password. I'll tell you the password, but it uses my voice, so you can't get in. And then his Murkrow over here. He's like, I'll say the password in my master's voice. It's fucking stupid. I don't know. If you've ever seen or owned a parrot, you'll understand why this is fucking ridiculous. But regardless, that is the avenue the game is willing to go. So let's go and do that. And here you'll actually get like a good walkthrough of the whole thing now that we've beaten all of the Team Rocket areas. So that way we don't run into any people who are going to attack us. Go down this way. We go down. Just kidding. We go straight. To the left, to the left. We don't go to the left. Go down. Down, down, and to the right, of course. There he is. He just keeps saying the password. Following him out here, and then he says the password in front of the door for whatever reason. For the story to progress, plot armor. That's about it. Here we go. Now we got some challengers. I'm like, oh shit, a 2v1. But some actual good challengers. This could be devastating. But who is going to join me? Who is going to save me? It's fucking Lance with the Dragonite. It's going to be tough to compete against a Dragonite. If I'm going to be honest. For their team, this is going to be a rough battle. But here we go. Let's work our way through this battle. If you like this episode, ladies and gentlemen, please feel free to like, comment, subscribe. All that good stuff is greatly motivational on my end and continues to motivate myself to make videos just like this now and in the near future. We'll be playing this series here on Tuesdays and Thursdays, and Kingdom Hearts 2 on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday for the time being until we finish those two games. Kingdom Hearts 2 feels like it's somewhat getting close to a wrap-up. It's still got a bit to go, but I feel like once you see Wednesday's episode, if you're into that series, you're going to know that like we're kind of approaching the end of the game, but not quite so at the same time. It's confusing, but if you've ever played the game, you'll understand by watching what's posted 100% on Wednesday. This series here, we have another gym, a whole gym challenge, and then 8 more gyms. So we still have quite a bit to go on this one. So we may be transitioning through some games that I wasn't expecting to play. I don't know, the whole schedule is going to be mixed up. My plan at this point in time is we will be playing through this game here. We'll be playing through Kingdom Hearts 2. As soon as we finish that one, we'll jump into Halo Combat Evolved. And then from there, we'll continue playing through this until it's finished, and then hopefully jump into Luigi's Mansion 3 here in times for Halloween. But yeah, just, you know, that is the tentative schedule. There's a lot of things that are subject to move. We've skipped so many Let's Plays this year just because these 2 Let's Plays took forever to complete. But hopefully you're all enjoying them. If you are, please drop something down in the comments below. Like I've always said, I always appreciate everything that's dropped down in the comments below, and I always respond to it. If it's obvious spam, I just leave a like or a dislike or something like that, depending on how obvious it is. But for the most part, anybody dropping anything down in the comments below is going to get a response from me, and I'm going to try and think it out and actually type something. I'm not just going to be like, thank you so much. It's going to be more along the lines of a thoughtful response. So with that being said here, ladies and gentlemen, there is about 3 minutes left of this episode. I am sincerely concerned that the power is going to cut out because things are like flashing and whatnot throughout my apartment, and I don't want to deal with it. I don't want to be this late in the actual video recording and have things go to shit. So I am going to cut it short here, a couple minutes, something I've really tried to avoid doing. I believe there is one more evolution you are going to see here at the end of this fight. And I hope you all enjoy that. I hope to see you all here in the next episode. And I hope you all have a fucking snazzy week, as per usual. And yeah, till next time, everybody. Finger guns and peace out, Girl Scout. Everybody take it easy. And yeah, we'll see you all here in the next one.